Yo, 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 yo.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is up, yo? Bam.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, ain't shit, my dude. Just happy the weekend's here. Another great episode of the Bread and Butter Boys.
The bread and butter boys. I think we need to make a theme song soon.
We write fucking music. I don't know why haven't we done that? That's
There's
so dumb.
there's been there's been a stream of consciousness song that's been going in the back of my head.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just I'm gonna have a couple music days this week where I sign off on doing work for my business.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna work on music stuff because I've got something in my head that needs to be out there.
Word. I'm down to hear that. I'm excited. I jingle and jangle from time to time, trying to look at that. And then the reverse one. Now it's cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Now it's, hey guys, I'm back in high school, Luke.
I just do the one strap backpack.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about my lumbar at all. My lower lumbar 9 or 7.
Did you see the 21 Jump Street, the remake?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. Was so dumb, but I loved it, man. Ice Cube was fucking fantastic in that.
I saw a really funny interview with them where Jonah Hill and what's his name, Magic Mike dude.
Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm like Magic Mike, dude. I knew him before that.
All the women watching this are like, Channing Tatum. You're like, why does he know the name? But
just frothing.
They said they were on an airplane, going somewhere to shoot, and Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill were talking about rap, and somebody's like, who do you think are the best rappers? And they're going through their list, and they said they turned over to Ice Cube, and they're like, yo, Cube, who do you think are the best rappers? And then he's like, me, motherfucker. They just completely forgot that
he's a rapper.
Because they work, they're doing acting and stuff. And he's been doing acting for so long.
Well, that's the same thing that happened with Ice-T, man, and Body Count. That shit was hilarious. Like, yo, Ice-T, you still rap? He's like, nah, man, I like metal. He's like, oh, when you started that? I was like, that's what I've been doing, dog. He's just yelling at people and shit. It's so funny.
So we have a guest today.
Yeah.
And he aligns with one of my favorite life mottos, which is boats and hoes. Mm-hmm. So I know he's nailing one of those things. But
I can't say I'm on liberty to say it, but maybe he's nailing the other thing.
Maybe I hope so. Let's find out.
Let's find out. Let's bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. And. There he is!
What's going on,
What's
guys?
up, bud?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good. It's good to see you. Yeah, with the sailor, you're all clean and everything. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just took a shower. I was sweating bullets.
Oh yeah,
down here in Florida.
Yeah, about to say, what is it? Just humid and 80 or something like that, or
no? It's low 90s now at this point.
Shit.
So, yeah.
I
got the air conditioner blasting, but.
Nice, man. Well, Sam, everyone, this is Sam Dudick, great friend of mine. Welcome. I guess, Sam, give us a little background about yourself. I don't know, where you're at now and what have you.
Yeah, so I'm longtime friends with Juan and Luke. I've known you now for probably 5 or 6 years at this point. But I used to play in a band called Super Friends Fight Club with Juan, which then became Founders, and yeah, we've been friends ever since. So
yeah, friends for a fucking cool decade now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe, pretty much when I got out of high school and I worked at my shitty baking job at Gennardi. Shout out Gennardi's. They're dead. They don't exist anymore. I think there's one location, but fuck them. Anyway, yeah, it's cool as hell, man. We've been just playing music for so long, and it's just great to. And also, you've been tuning into the shows, which I think was hilarious. But thanks for doing that, man.
Absolutely, I've been a Bread and Butter Boys fan since the beginning, and I've been waiting to come on here.
It's just great to have you on, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
I think I met you guys I want to say it was 2013.
I think the first time. Well, how do you remember it? Sorry.
It was one of Baver's shows at that church in Pennsburg.
Dude, it was before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah, when Matt Kelly, when he did that, whatever that church was in Aston.
Oh,
Yeah, we played with those galloping hordes, remember?
dude, that was such a sick show.
Yeah, I will never forget that because that band fucking tripped me the fuck out. Like I was, oh my god, you remember that band, Sam? Like we had to go to a different room and it was all.
I was
dark.
gonna say that was the show where they set up in the other room.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know those galloping hordes, they used to be they were mostly from the Pennsburg area, weren't they?
I don't remember where they were local. Some of the big dude who was like slamming the guitar and like screaming. He's local, but the rest of them I don't know if they're from the same area.
I think
and they still play.
I think some of them were from like Quakertown area, and then they had one guy that was like super random, like it might have been Aston, I don't know, but they were an instrumental band mostly, right?
Yeah, all instrumentals except like randomly you'll hear the kid just screaming his fucking head off.
Yeah,
like, for some reason.
And almost like now that I think about it, like almost kind of like a Chon type of style.
What up, Scott?
Scotty boy.
Good old Sal. Another guy we played with, actually, with all three of our bands. What was that? Relevant to this?
Relevant to Dicks.
Yeah, relevant to Dicks. Shout out the god. That scene was so funny.
I think that's actually where I really got to know you guys, though, was when
that show.
Me and Scotty started putting on the shows in Pottstown, in that Methodist church, the basement.
Mm-hmm. I forget is that what it was called, the basement? That's it. Like that's not original.
We didn't really
shout out PJs, but
well, I think we called it. We were like doing it was called like Pug Productions was what we were doing. But it was they let us rent. What I can see the pastor's face. I can't remember. Will is his name.
Okay.
I met him.
Will.
Yeah, I met him at Proximity Cafe, and he was the pastor of that church, and he was just like he wanted to see like stuff happen, so he like rented. It was like a gigantic gym, like it was part of their basement. It was really weird. It was huge.
I was confused when we rolled up there, and they were like, "Yeah, go to the back door." Then go down these long stairs. One, I fucking hate those stairs. I'm not gonna forget that time.
Yeah,
because we had to carry my big ass, the Marshall and the freaking Rivera amp down those stairs, and then your freaking orange Sam.
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
Sam.
That thing is a beast. I don't miss lifting that thing. I still have it.
Yeah, the throwdown on high. That's right, Scott. That's what it's called. Yeah. That was a great time, man.
Dude, he let us rent that for like $50.
Fuck, man, that's so cool.
So like Scott and I weren't collecting money like between ourselves for it. We just wanted to like have a cool like scene show. Mm-hmm. So like I think like we were paying Alex Sadek to do sound. Like he was only charging like $100, $120 or something like that. So like
shout out Alex.
Yeah, so it was cool to just like have like literally like the show cost us like $150. And like we had a decent amount of kids at those shows.
Yeah, that when we played, man, that room started filling up nice towards the end. Like it was really cool. Like it was oh my god, there was another like Christian metal band. I forget their one guitarist. I think it's Matt Mason. I forget. They were really good.
Something Rising.
Rise My King, maybe.
Rise My King. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. That's where I really got to know the guys from Stargazer.
Yeah, Stargazer played that day. It was, dude, just
that
fucking.
Band is amazing.
Yeah. So
God, this one channel I was actually like streaming with the other night. I sent them Stargazer. Like, where has this band been my whole life? I'm like, dude, they're local. Like, they're not. they had some traction on Spotify and everything I saw, but like, I don't know if they've toured or anything outside of this area.
They did a little bit of touring. So Stargazer was signed to what record label was it? It was like a metal record label that was
not Artery Productions. It was something else like that.
Yeah, it was an offshoot of a bigger label though.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with the Gazers. I don't know. I miss seeing them play. I know they've got the Rat God is the other. I was
gonna say I know new Rat God came out, but I haven't seen any new Stargazer stuff lately, and it hurts me, man. It hurts my soul.
Maybe somebody that's watching can like nudge one like Jose or Matt to get on the podcast, and we can talk. We can talk shop with them. Maybe we can. Maybe we can coax them into getting back together, so I can do this in the middle of a show.
Chinese finger trap, nice.
Yeah.
But as typical of the show, what are we all drinking tonight, huh?
So I'm drinking a concoction of it's the Bluebird rum.
The white rum or the regular Caribbean rum? Well, not Korean. It's Puerto Rican rum. I think they make, right?
The white rum. So I've got like
Okay.
a citrus mix and a citrus juice and a citrus seltzer to go with it. Just something super simple before I go out later.
Hell yeah. Sam, now I'm going to guess. Is that the Unraveled IPA?
Yeah, it is. It is indeed.
Yes! I fucking knew that when I saw the can. Dude, that is such an iconic can right now.
It's the first time I've had it, but it's good.
Yeah, dude, I've only heard great things about it. It's apparently very juicy, and I'm a big fan of juicy IPAs.
Yeah, it is juicy. My usual go-to is the Founders All Day IPA, but I saw that and I was like, wow, I got to buy that, that color.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking gnarly. That is like the color of the summer. Like if that can needs a playlist. Matter of fact, people were watching, you drank Founders and no Founders, get that beer. If you like beer, just get that fucking beer and throw us some songs you like to listen to while drinking that beer. Why not? Let's do a little playlist while we're drinking next time around.
Yeah.
For me, I got the rest of my bourbon here.
Nice.
That's not all bourbon. That's ice now. That's turning to water a little bit. I was not paying attention, to be honest, and I put a bunch of ice in that cup. But I'm topping it off with some peace tea, a little Arnold Palmy action.
Ooh.
I wanted to get that fresh, crisp can sound for the audio real quick.
Which, by the way, if you're from the Phoenixville area, your water this week might have looked like an Arnold Palmer. So,
why did you poop?
I definitely did a couple times, but no, there was like a water main break, and like people were posting pictures of the water, and it literally looked like an Arnold Palmer drink. It was gross.
Oh man. Well, shout out Phoenixville.
Shout out Phoenixville.
This is the Phoenixville Punch. It's I've been loving putting bourbon and iced tea together. By the way,
that should be the drink this weekend. It should be some sort of Arnold Palmer, and they'll just put the water down and the drink next to it, and be like, "Can you tell the difference before drinking?"
Hit up Linda or hit up oh my God, Sherry.
Yeah,
they gotta do that for PJs, man. That'd be so good.
That'd be awesome. So, Sam, you are no longer with us here in PA. Where are you at now?
Another plane of existence. Yeah. It makes it sound like we're calling Sam from heaven.
Yeah, so I'm currently in St. Petersburg, Florida. I've been here now about a month, but with this pandemic, things are getting kind of crazy down here. I heard that there were 9,000 new cases overnight of coronavirus in Florida.
Yeah, dude, the highest one-day spike for this entire pandemic, apparently, at least in the United States. I don't know about any other country, but
well, we also have more tests now available than we did 4 months ago. So that's the problem with a lot of these news reels is there's a lot of different factors. Like we still haven't been testing enough people to know how much this has been spreading. And now that it's we've flattened the curve up north, like they didn't really shut down in Florida. Like I was
that fucking beach was open during spring break. That was still crazy to me when it was getting at its worst.
It was really a shock to me coming down here because coming from Pennsylvania and New Jersey, like going to the grocery store, everyone is wearing a mask. And the further south I went, the less and less masks I saw. And
Oh, really?
And in Florida, it's like half the people are wearing a mask, and I'm walking around with like
not even
3M painter's mask with like the filters on the side and stuff. People probably think I'm crazy, but
yeah. So my dad lives like right in Lakewood Ranch, which is probably 20 minutes from you.
Okay.
Like right down.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. You were just there.
Right down 70. Was it 75? Is that road? Or yeah.
Oh no, I've never been to Florida.
But I grew up in Sarasota until I was like in 8th grade, so like I know that area pretty well. They didn't really shut down in Sarasota. I think up in St. Pete, a little bit above, they did, like Tampa area, but certain parts of the state just like they did like a 2-week shutdown and then opened right back up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're starting to crack down again now. Like they'll deny you entry if you don't have a mask to pretty much every store. So,
right.
It's good to see them starting to take some precautions, even though it's probably way too late. But
right. Yeah. I mean, Man, have you had a chance to go to any of the beaches since you've been down there?
Yeah, I have. I've gone to St. Pete Beach, and I kept it a safe distance from everyone else, but they were packed for sure.
Oh, really? Holy shit! It just boggles my mind, man. Like, you have to hear the news somehow. Like at this point in time, like, how do you not have like an inkling of like maybe I should stay the fuck home, just for yourself? Like, just be selfish. Like, maybe I don't want to get it, so I should stay home. Like, I wish we'd be more selfish in that regard. It's like, it's so fucking insane.
Although I feel like the beach would be the less likely spot for you to catch it from somebody, though.
Well, there's tons of people
really
there. The bars for sure. But like,
that's where that I think
anything enclosed like that. But still, like, if you're in an open area and you're coughing and shit, you're putting that stuff out in the air. Like, it's still, even though you're out and it's hot and shit like that, there's still the chance that you're spreading it to more people because everyone's so compacted.
Right.
It's. I mean, seeing how crowded those beaches still are. I mean, even in Jersey recently, seeing the beaches, I'm just like, no, stop. Like freaking out. I'm like, just go on the carnival, sit in the ride, and stay there forever. Like, just stay stuck.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more things you're gonna catch if you go to a Jersey beach, but
yeah, like syphilis.
I had to take my stab at Jersey.
You always do,
because
man.
they stabbed back.
I'm gonna say, because they stabbed me. The entire state. Well, it's funny to note. Not only are you in Florida, Sam, but if you're actually filming this from an insane location. You mind explaining where the hell you're recording this?
That's right. I'm currently sitting in the salon of my 1978 Morgan Out Island 33 sailboat.
The salon of my sailboat. Like, you're the asshole that says Davenport instead of fucking cabinet. Like,
sorry, I'm using my nautical terminology, but
nautical, great. Oh my, that's so cool though, man. And you said it's Solar Wind is the name of your boat. That you're the captain, right? You're the captain of this boat.
That's right. The boat's name is Solar Wind. I didn't pick it. It's probably been the boat's name since 1978, but it's
still cool.
Yeah, it's generally bad luck to change a boat's name. You have to kind of like do a ritual or something, like, and pour alcohol off all the sides, and I don't know.
I mean, I'm down with that. I say when we come down, if you want to rechristen the boat, we can rechristen that boat.
That's true. I don't know, but Solar Wind is starting to grow on me a little bit.
It is nice.
Yeah.
It's just like I mean, like, it's your first boat, but also it's just like, you have such huge sentimental value to that. Just starting, I mean, even in just 1 month, the same as Bubbles is to Alex Rust when he had Bubbles was in the name he chose for his boat. And I thought that was rad that, like, he's stuck with that name and just carried it on for, I think, years? Or he was out for a year or 2 years. I forget, Sam.
I think he was on for like 3 years.
Okay.
On his trip around the world.
Yeah, I actually, funny enough, I actually watched that last night to get prepared for all this because you've been telling me to watch that documentary for so long. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have you on. I got to pay the respect and just watch it. And, dude, it is some powerful shit.
Yeah, it is. It's I highly recommend that documentary to anyone because it's really inspiring. Even if you don't want to sail, just like anything you want to do, the message is really to just go for it. Like, don't be afraid. And I love it. It's super inspiring to me, especially because it pertains very particularly to what I want to do.
Yeah, and you're doing it. Like, you're close to it. You got the damn boat. Like, did you get a chance to watch that, Luke, yet or no?
I did not.
When you get a second, at least it's like an hour and a half, I think, or an hour and 40. Actually stick to the entire movie. There's even stuff in the credits that's insane. Like, not to spoil it for anybody, but there's that one point where I think they're in is it not Guantanamo? Damn it, it's like Guam or something, and then they get arrested. I forget.
I don't.
Or it was Tasmania.
Maybe Guatemala or something. I don't know.
Whatever it was, like, they ate this iguana that was endangered, and they didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So they were like, they woke up and they're like 1 a.m. to like Coast Guard and everything, and police surrounding them. Just give you an inkling of how insane this guy is. He just kind of went with it, and like, he was famous in other people's eyes because of this. He's the guy that ate the iguana. Like, if you Google it, you can find him just like, man and a girlfriend eat iguana in the middle of the ocean. The crazy stuff, and all they had to do was just pay $1,000 to the local government, and they were out in 3 days. It's just nuts.
It sounds like third world. They probably could have paid less to the cops and the Coast Guard that showed up
Yeah, they had no idea. They're just like, okay, they had to comply because like you're on a boat. Like,
Right.
what are you? It's just like, no, get away from my house. Try to like speed off. Like,
I'm on a boat.
yeah, that's. I don't think I can hold up in the court of law, especially if you tell them to suck your dick like you're Free Willy. I don't think they're gonna like that too much.
No, they'll cane you in those countries.
Yeah, or was it the other one? Poya is another good slang for your schlong.
Poya?
Uh-huh.
Like chicken, basically?
Yeah, but the man chicken.
The man chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. Cock.
Well, I was hanging out with my buddy. I was hanging out with my buddy Justin last weekend, who was in China for the last year and a half, and he learned Chinese, and he said that they don't actually really have like a name for like penis. Like he said it's just euphemisms. Like he said never actually learned like what the like actual scientific name or like atomical name for a penis in Chinese is, because like they don't use it. Like it's just all euphemisms. Like they call it like my chicken.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like how chicken is like the universal euphemism, by the way, for
I know.
penis. Yeah. Like we say cock, but like I just love how everyone just carries around through all the other countries.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sam, do you know any slang for cock at all?
I'm sure I do, but
like what do they say in Malaysia? Like actually, speaking of Sam just sailing, Sam's also a well-traveled man.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the slang for penis in Malaysia.
Any slang. Tits, vagina, poo poo pee pee. We're doing it all here. Like,
we do it all here are the Bread and Butter Boys.
It's another dick in the toaster story.
Another dick in the toaster story.
I should have asked those questions, the important questions.
Right.
You're not like, hey, like, where can I go to live and how do I get a job here? Like, none of this. No. Like, how do you say pee pee poo poo?
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta find out the real truth in life.
I was more concerned with how to order my food and stuff while I was over there.
Yeah. How do I say no cat, no dog?
Oh God. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a choice, honestly. They're like, yeah, sure. Like they look in the back, like, fuck, it's all we have. Like,
I know a couple people who were overseas in Asia, and like they didn't find out till after that they had been eating cat or dog. Like,
yeah, like our friend Kyle from last week.
That's right. Yeah, he did have that story.
Yeah, shout out Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah, go back in the archives, folks, and watch that episode. That was also fantastic. And actually, real quick, sorry that actually cut out. Like right at the beginning, we had no idea that the audio, nothing was working. So we apologize for that, but it is on YouTube for everyone's enjoyment if they want to check that out.
Oh, Shelby's listening. What's going on, girl?
Oh, Shelby.
So Phoenixville is opened up downtown here. They are doing outdoor dining. They shut down the main road. It's really cool. So if you are coming to Phoenixville tonight, let us know down in the comments. Let us know where you're going. I will be out and about. I'm going down to Bluebird Distillery is doing gin and tonic slushies.
That seems to be the thing this year, man. Everyone's getting their slushy machines.
Yep.
Everyone. Doesn't PJ's have a fucking slushy machine now too? Like,
I don't know, man. I haven't been to PJ's since I've been back, but I am a slut for some slushies for sure.
That does sound good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm jealous now. I just learned how to make like classy ice like an hour or two ago. Now I'm like, fuck, I want to make slutty ice.
Slutty ice, yeah.
That's what slushy means. If you guys didn't know that, it's slutty ice. They just conjugated the words and swished their eyes a little bit until it said slushy.
I approve.
It looks like
stamp of approval.
That's slushy. That's slut ice. No, slushy.
So Sam, you're living on a boat in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tell us how you got from where you were before to there now. Like what was going through your head? I need to hear about this.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's kind of an unusual thing, I think, to most people, but I think I've always had some kind of a romanticized notion of what it would be like to sail around the world from watching movies and stuff like that. But I never thought to act on it until about 2016 when I was living in Malaysia. I was there for about a year and I was doing an internship. And when that internship was ending, I realized just how much I loved traveling and wanted to keep doing it. and the idea of sailing around the world kind of popped into my head. So I just went on YouTube and searched sailing around the world, and sure enough, there are YouTube channels of young people doing this. Like, it's not something that you have to wait until you retire to do. So at that point, I thought, okay, this is going to be like the next big journey that I make. So I came back from Malaysia, went back to school for IT.
Okay.
And I just graduated in the spring. And during the winter break of my last semester, actually, I came down here to St. Pete just for fun, found this boat and bought it. So it's been sitting here it was sitting here for like 3 months during my last semester. But the minute I graduated, I made the drive down here. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. So the idea really is that I'm going to get a job here in St. Pete, work for a couple of years and save as much as I can, and then probably take this boat to the Bahamas and down the island chain, and eventually trade up for something that's a little bit more capable of like ocean crossings, and then circumnavigate over maybe 3 years or something.
Dude, that'd be rad, man. Just going across the freaking world.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. Our old drummer, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan. Freaking Navy man.
Yeah. One of the reasons why he left the band is he's really trying to get himself in the financial position to go to school for, whether it's like a deckhand or like a captain. He just wants to work on a boat. Like, he just wants to like be out in the middle of the ocean for like 6 months out of the year around nobody. Like, like the more he talked about the psychological, like
shout out, John. What's up, Sean?
The more he started talking about like the whole like psychological aspect of being like on a boat and alone and like isolated with like the more I was just like, that sounds perfect for Dylan. That's exactly what he would want. Most people like would be like, no, you mean like I don't see my family and friends or people for like months on end. And Dylan's like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's so nice having that little bit of like peace and solitude to yourself, and it's just like it's your space, and then it's your space, and you have the whole fucking world around you. It's so neat.
Yeah. Absolutely. And if you're into that, like the idea of kind of being alone, then sailing is a good way to do it. But it doesn't have to be lonely. Like, you can have crew on, and there's room enough for everyone to sleep on the boat and stuff. So
I was gonna say, like, I was so inspired by I almost said Bubbles. It's not his name, by Alex. The documentary, because like he would go on and just like post on Facebook or on Craigslist, like, hey, if you want to, like, I'm going from this island to this island, he'll be to pay for anything. They just were just a part of his crew, like manning like the sails and making sure everything was cool. And like they're taking turns driving the boat and shit. I thought it was fucking remarkable. It's just like he was just. I think he said he like met 80 different unique people in a year or something like that from sailing.
I think so. I think he had about 80 people on Bubbles while he was doing that circumnavigation.
Yeah, like so neat. Like he was a cool dude, man. He was just it seemed like a genuine dude. He's just like, man, I just want to like just explore this world and just like share those moments with like everyone I can.
Yeah, definitely. He's someone I wish I could have met, but it's kind of a funny story actually about Bubbles, because when I was first looking for a boat.
Oh, right. Yeah. Tell that story. This is awesome.
So I was looking up Alex Rust's model boat, which is a Fast Passage 39. It's like a real ocean going vessel. And I happened to find one that was dismasted in Hurricane Irma. So it wasn't in the best shape, but it was his boat, his exact boat that he used to sail around the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
can you imagine getting that whole?
I actually had the boat surveyed, and the hull was in good condition. It was just a matter of getting a new mast. But that kind of seemed a little daunting to me, because where it was in the U.S. Virgin Islands, you would have to motor, somewhere else kind of far away to get to somewhere that could haul the boat out and then get a new mast. And it just kind of freaked me out that if that motor died, then you're kind of SOL out there.
Yeah.
The sails are your main source of power, and without a mast, you have no way of getting around.
Yeah, that would be some scary shit. But at the same time, like, what like just having that piece from I mean, not just that film, but just having that piece of just like it's so sentimental too to you would have been so sick. But now you have something like you're gonna start your.
Yeah, sorry you cut out there for a second.
Yeah, I think there's something going on with the stream, but we'll power through it.
Little cuts down.
Or whatever. Facebook, Fuckerberg. You heard me. You lizard man.
Juan, they're gonna shut us down.
Try me, lizard man! I've watched enough Star Trek to know I hit you right in the face.
Juan versus Mark Zuckerberg.
You ever seen the Sweet Baby Ray's YouTube clip of him just like saying Sweet Baby Ray's for like 20 minutes?
No.
Oh, dude, I'll just send you this video. It just makes him seem so not human.
I know. It's Zuckerberg in his backyard. I'm pretty sure he was like trying to show off Facebook Live.
Yes.
So he's got like the barbecue going on in the background, and
with his girl and his friends.
It's like, yeah, I'm just sitting here smoking some meats. Like,
yeah, just smoking some meats. Just having some nice Sweet Baby Rays. Go with my Sweet Baby Rays.
Yeah.
I'm totally human.
Yeah, I am like staring. No, I don't think he blinked. I almost said blunk, but I don't think he blinked once during this. He non-blunked. But aside from that amazing fight we're gonna have next week, what I was saying is like it's great that now you have Solar Wind, like your bubbles essentially. Like you found this boat, and you can start your own journey with that. Like, well, because he started out with a different ship, but something that was way smaller than Bubbles initially too.
Yeah, that was a Hunter 27, which is they're a dime a dozen. You can find them actually all over this marina.
Really?
Yeah. That's a good starter boat. Mine's a little bit bigger at 33 foot. So, I mean, handling this boat alone is a bit daunting. Just getting it on and off the dock, it's kind of scary because you're at the wheel trying to bring it into the slip, but then, the wind or the current will push your boat around. And so you kind of have to run around to like grab lines and make sure you're not going to drift into anything. And that's kind of where having a second person aboard would be nice,
Yeah, having a little crew. I mean, hopefully, I'll be aboard that Solar Wind soon. Get to check out the hulls and the what's the other boat words? Not Davenport. Just like looking at my hand. Also, like I don't have like a Palm Pilot or anything. I'm like good boat words.
Yeah, but if you guys are feeling up to it, you can do a Bread and Butter Boys episode live from the boat. Maybe in the Bahamas or something.
Could.
There we go.
From the Bahamas. See, look at that. This guy with the ideas over here.
So what we'd have to do is take the boat ashore, eat at a local restaurant, and steal their Wi-Fi password, and then go back to the boat.
I love it.
You mean get the restaurant to sponsor the podcast?
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. We'll figure it out eventually. What's the dang? Almost a Bahamian. Yeah. Bahaman ramen. Oh, maybe
Bahaman ramen.
Yeah, Bahaman ramen, maman. But what was it? The boat came with a bunch of challenges from what you were telling me like a while ago. Like you said you had to like do a lot of like get your elbows in there and cleaning a bunch of stuff up too.
Yeah, everything was really a challenge when I first got on board because, well, you have to figure out how to like get the water to run and stuff and find out where the tanks are and things like that. So over the course of several days, I kind of figured out how to work, all the electricity, how to fill up the fresh water tanks and turn on the water pump, figuring out like what the solar panel was charging or what the solar panel was capable of running and what I needed to run off of shore power. Yeah, just things like that. Like even getting air conditioning set up was a bit of a challenge. I've currently got a bit of a redneck solution. I basically have a window unit that I put up on top of the deck with a hatch open and a tarp over it and then taped it down.
That picture, you gotta send Luke that picture when you get a second.
Yeah, definitely.
That was hilarious. You gotta put it up on the screen here soon. That whole rig had me rolling. I'm like, this guy is living the dream.
Well, I made the drive down here in about 2 days. So I did 9 hours the first day, slept at a hotel, and then 8 hours the next day. And I got here at like the hottest part of the day at around 2:00. And I didn't have a long enough shore power cord to run from the meter at the dock to, inside the boat to run the air conditioner. So I was exhausted after that drive, but I had to run out and get, some things to get that air conditioner going because it was like 100 degrees in this boat.
Yeah. Plus 120% humidity because it's Florida.
Yeah.
Just feeling like a wet foot. Ugh. His face. It's a big old wet foot walking around that boat.
Yeah.
Sorry, moist foot. Thank you, John, for correcting me.
Yes, moist.
John actually reached out to me with all caps saying, Juan, you should have said moist instead of wet. And I was like, John, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very hoser. Yeah, it's very moist. Sorry, Luke, you're going to say something? My bad. I cut you off there.
No, I was just going to say moist.
Oh, okay, yes, moist indeed. Yeah. Sam, moist? Anyway, what's a funny thing is like, what was it like when you were about to go on the boat? Like, did you think of like what was something that was unexpected that you had no idea you'd have to like worry about being out there on the boat and everything? That's all I'm more curious about because like all I can think of is don't sink the fucking boat, but there's probably something else.
Right. Well, I kind of came prepared with years of research of what it would be like to live on a boat because, obviously when I first had the dream of doing this, a lot of questions came to mind like, well, where do you go to the bathroom and stuff like that? But probably one of the biggest surprises was that it leaks a little bit when it rains. So my bed, got wet the first few daes and until
Were you in it when it was getting wet?
Yeah, I just kind of put a towel down on the side where it was dripping and
I would have just like held a bucket.
Yeah.
Just slept with a bucket. Just catch all that. And just drank it in the morning. You're just waking up refreshed after that.
Yeah, so there's always little projects like unforeseen things like that, like a line, or it's called a rope. A line is a rope on a boat, but they'll fray and stuff and they go bad and you don't want them to break. So, just replacing those and just little tasks like that. But I was pretty fortunate with this boat. Most things work that are essential,
That's what's up.
Yeah, like the bilge pump and things like that to get the water out of the boat when it rains. And
okay.
Stuff
I was like, what the hell is a bilge? And do I need to worry about that at my house?
Yeah. The bilge is basically the area at the very bottom of the boat where all water from everywhere else kind of collects.
Okay.
Yeah, so every boat, has a bilge pump, and you just flip the switch, and it'll pump out the back. So,
damn, there's hearing the stuff from you, and even now, like I've just so much crap I would never have thought about for a boat.
Yeah, another actually thing that was kind of surprising is the toilet is a composting toilet, which is kind of unusual for a boat. Most have a holding tank, but when things break, that can get really nasty, so the previous owner didn't want to deal with any of that. So
I feel that
he tore that out, and there's a compost toilet, which I'm a little bit afraid of, honestly.
Wait, where have you used the toilet?
Not really on the boat. There's a house. Well,
oh, it's right, because you're on the marine. I'm an idiot. I'm like, he's just going to Target like in the morning, like, I'll get my usual latte in a minute. Like running.
It's a short walk from the dock to this dock house where there's like a lounge with a TV, and they have bathrooms and showers and like laundry facilities. So,
okay,
I've just kind of been showering there because also showering on the boat uses so much water that I don't feel like getting on and off the boat to like replenish the fresh water tanks, that often. So
right.
That's fair. That's a dope luxury to have though on a marine, like just like so close to you too. It's just like, if I don't really feel like doing the stuff on the boat, I can just walk off here real quick.
Yeah, for sure. But everything's a little bit of a challenge, like bringing groceries aboard and stuff. It's a long walk from where I park to getting on the boat. So you kind of have to bring a dock cart from where I'm at out to the car, load it all up, and then walk it all the way back. And
damn, I didn't even think of that. I'm like, just have them delivered. I don't think that would be a thing. They'd be like, yeah, pick it up, you asshole. Like you're a mile away, like or whatever, or however far it is from you.
Yeah.
The So there's like a lot. There's definitely like a lot of the essential things that you're basically like take a lot of effort to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a bit of an adjustment trying to get used to some of that stuff, but I don't know. I'm dealing with it. I enjoy it, you know.
I say, or you wouldn't be still doing it.
Yeah,
especially like a month. That's I don't know. I can't even think. Obviously you were prepared, but for me, I'm just thinking about like, oh fuck, how the hell would I deal with any of the things you're dealing with? I mean, some of that we can't talk about right now, unfortunately. But I think we'll save those stories for when we start doing these little premium casts for everybody. For the fans and everything.
Definitely.
So far we found out that you're doing well with the boats, but how about the hose? Like how
true?
How do the hose like when you so let's say you're like at a nice little bar and you meet a lady,
the Catalina wine mixer maybe.
Like, what are women's like reactions when you say like, yeah, I live on a boat? Like, is it?
See, Luke, you're asking the hard-hitting questions here. That's why I need to have a co-host.
Yeah.
Sure. So I haven't gone out too much, but I put it on Tinder, like, I'm living on a boat as an experiment to see what would happen. And I can tell you that it's not good generally.
What? Ladies ain't good with the boat, man?
Yeah, no, they don't seem to like it. I mean, maybe I'm ugly, but it's
No, I've seen worse people with boats slinging so much. No, you're an attractive man, Sam. You gotta have more confidence, and that boat just is gonna bring that up when you have a giant dick helming the front of the boat.
Your opening line on Tinder should be like, "I've got the boat, you be the hoe."
That's a little. That's a little degrading.
Not necessarily. What if she identifies as a hoe? Like, come on.
I can't assume they identify as a hoe. Like, I can go. If I went around and called everyone in my block a hoe, you know how many times people would not be happy? Probably all of them. You're a hoe. You're a hoe. You're a hoe. You're an old hoe. Ho 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 ho. And then I'm not Santa, so they punch me.
Like, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's happened.
Yeah.
But seriously, I think your opening line on Tinder should be like
go back to it.
Should be like we can find a good way to like do the boats and hose. Like we can make it classy.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone watching, lay a line for Sam and put on Tinder. Yeah. Luke says boats and hose. I say I like to get naughty and nautical. But let's just see
naughty and nautical.
Yeah, dude.
All right, listen. So we're gonna do a little contest. Whoever can come up with the best slogan, we are going to mail them a Sunblind T-shirt.
Oh shit! This is the first giveaway. Yeah, Sam, you're on the first giveaway episode officially,
all right.
Man.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna write that down. So this is gonna be something. Maybe we'll extend it for like the next 2 weeks. Like whoever comes up with the best slogan.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Give something a little refractory time. Let Sam marinate on some of them a little bit. See which one he likes the most.
Right. So
I'd appreciate it. My Tinder needs work. So.
Yeah. You know what, man? I actually have a friend, no joke, who is a professional dating app specialist. Like they are a consulate that help. Yeah. It's the dumbest. I'm gonna be honest. Greg, you have the dumbest job in the world, and I love you.
Dude, that's actually like not bad because does he also help them with the taking pictures and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. He does photography. His girlfriend does photography. Yeah, I thought it's smart, but at the same time, I'm like, what a millennial fucking job. Like, yeah, I can help you get so many swipes on Tinder, on Grindr, man. You want to be on Grindr? I got you. Like,
we have access to the fire hall. Well, yeah. We can take some pictures on the pole while you slide down.
Got a great location. It's called Sloozies. It is a gentleman's club, but there's poles. You're gonna look great. Oh man, but post them on up, people. And also thanks for everyone still tuning into this. I can't believe, Luke. Every time I say this, it's like we're already almost at an hour. Jesus, I didn't even realize it.
The first time I talked to Juan about this, Sam, I was like, dude, like let's like. I think we were talking about like almost a year ago, like just doing something, and then I said, "Listen, dude, let's get on and do that." And he's like, "But what? Like, how are we gonna fill up like an hour? Like Like I just don't even know. I'm like, dude, trust me. Like,
it's so
It goes
easy.
fast, yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it's also great when you have great guests like yourself or
Yeah.
like our previous guests, Kyle, Florida Wayne, Matt from Amorosa. Just all those shout out to all those dudes and just for everyone for watching and tuning in and all this stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Just end of the week off and do something neat.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I found out something this week that I wish I had known before we had interviewed Matt from Amorosa. So I posted online because I'm looking into getting like a newer laptop for work, and I posted like, where does everybody get MacBook Pros from? Like, what's your best source? I've been buying them on eBay for like 10 years or more, and Jonathan Crossland, who used to be in Armor Infirmary, goes, hit up Johnny Craig. And I'm like, and I was just like, is this a thing? And like 5 people just attacked me. They're like, really? You don't know? So apparently Johnny Craig was selling his MacBook Pro on his Twitter for like a year or 2 straight. And he had ripped off like it was like estimated 10 to 12 grand from his fans.
Yeah, dude. I'm not a huge fan of like always bringing that dude's stories up, but like it's just still astounding. Like that guy had such amazing potential, and he had so many chances, and it just sucks. Like, I mean, I'm hoping this next again, like maybe the 3rd or 4th resurgence he's trying to have is the last that I hope it works out for him, honestly. Because he's really talented, but it's just
incredibly talented.
Yeah, it just sucks when people succumb to those vices and everything.
That's crazy. I didn't know of any controversies around him.
So many. Like I don't want to town all of them off because I don't like shit bashing people. They're past their past. But if you're interested, just Google it, man. Just problematic Johnny Craig. That's all you really need to type in.
There's so much.
Like just even the insane shit that I really shouldn't talk about on this podcast that I've heard from people.
Yeah,
like Ronald Radke level, or
pretty much. Yeah, a little different, but yeah, just about the same.
Yeah.
That guy. I mean, I'm happy. Apparently, he's a little less of a POS. So that's what I've heard from people who've like toured with him recently.
That's good.
Yeah, but he's. Still, the past. It's a little hard to forget. Anyway, sorry, Luke, what were you saying?
I was going to say, Sam, what do you miss the most about Pennsylvania? So now that you're in the South.
No, because I wasn't saying Wawa off the bat for you, but there's Wawas in Florida. I'm a dingus.
There's a ton around there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably my friends and family first, and then like cheesesteaks.
Right up there, like my friends and family, and then but I fucking miss cheesesteaks. Yeah. I can feel that, dude. I can call Tommy Boys up right now and get one.
Oh, hey Adam.
Hey Adam.
Hello, Adam.
So when they're back up and kind of going in full speed, there's this chain down around the Sarasota area. I think they have one in Bradenton called Geckos. It's like a sports bar. Some of the best nachos I've ever had in my life.
Okay. I'll check that out.
They make their own chili. So like it's like their own chili on top of these nachos. They didn't have the chili nachos when I was down there, and I cried a little bit. I told the waitress, I was like, I traveled 6 states just for the nachos, and you guys don't have them. And she felt really bad. She felt like she was like, real. She's like, what? And I'm like, I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. Like, I was like, I know you're putting up with so much shit right now. Like, I'm sorry. I
traveled from 6 states away. My wife left me. My dogs. They took my car. Like it's like just like crazy shit. You just keep stacking it on. He's like, I don't know, nachos. Someone please get some chili. Like, but anything else you missed, dude?
This doesn't really pertain to the state itself, but I miss playing music for sure.
Yeah, man. Fucking same. It's not enough to just diddling in my room.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put it out there, but I started laughing. But yeah, it's not enough to just play with yourself. And Yeah, I like to perform. I like to perform in front of other people. Why are you laughing?
Because that's what she said.
I need an audience in order to get it. All right, now I see where it's weird. But yeah, dude, playing music, man, it's fuck. I mean, especially with you, like it's been so long since we've done live music.
I know it's hard to believe, but when I go on the Founders Bandcamp website, it's been like 5 years since we released the self-titled EP.
Jeez, that's crazy, dude. Just the thing that it just feels like yesterday, where like we're just playing in our dude Joe's basement, and just playing around with all these ideas. And shout out Joe Raysinger, our old bassist and drummer, and Adam, who's tuning in, our old drummer and bassist.
Drummer and bassist.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Adam was the drummer of the pop punk band we started, and Joe was the bassist. And then in the next band, they flip roles.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and the other difference is Sean was on guitar too for like guitar 1, guitar 2, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, so actually, yeah, almost all of our previous bandmates are in this chat. Come on, Joe, where the fuck are you?
Awesome.
I hear from Joe about once a month. He texts me like
I think it's the same
anime
chat that we're all in. He sends it. He sends us like, "Hey, do you guys still think about this?" Like, yeah, Joe. Like, hi. I love him. Oh man, I had a thought. And there's actually a spot near you, Sam. I was telling you about last night. It's called A Little Bit of Philly, but it's too far away from you.
Okay.
From what I understand, it's Miami Springs.
It's Miami
Okay.
what?
Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called A Little Bit of Philly. Apparently, it's like just a Philadelphia like sports bar they brought down to Florida. I'm gonna check that out sometime.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'll make my way down to like the Miami area, but
see Big Will Smith and everything.
Yeah.
So I had a client tell me, Sam, it's a hot dog chain that's based out of Chicago called Portillo's, Portillo, Portillo's hot dogs. I didn't get a chance to go there when I was down there, but he highly recommended, like, if you're anywhere nearby, to go and get their food. Like,
Okay.
he said it's like one of those places where there's like a line around the door all the time.
Crazy.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm fortunate where I am because basically I step off the boat and I'm in downtown St. Pete, right there on Central Ave, and there's just a ton of restaurants and microbreweries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I got lazy one day and I did takeout meals, like three meals in a row.
Oh, hot damn.
Yeah, I did pho, I did ramen, and then I did curry laksa. For the last one. But
for the people that don't know, what is curry laksa?
So that's like a Malay or Singapore dish. It's kind of like a spicy coconut soup, like a stew kind of.
So almost like tom yum or similar to tom yum.
Similar in a way in that it's spicy, but tom yum is more like sour.
Okay. Oh, yeah, so there's lemongrass in that too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You might run into Spencer from Under Oath. He told me he lives like right in downtown St. Pete.
Okay.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So like, look up what he looks like. I guarantee you'll run into him. Like, he told me when I saw them like 2 years ago, he's like, I told him like I'm down there all the time, and he was just like, yeah, dude. He's like, just message me. Like, I'm in downtown St. Pete. Like, I'm usually walking around enjoying like all the outdoor stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then their guitarist Tim owns a brewery / cafe in Tampa, which isn't too. It's probably about 25 minutes from you. So they do coffee throughout the day, and then they have they do like cocktails, and I think they brew beer as well.
Okay. You know what else is pretty close to here is Big Cat Rescue.
That's right.
I really wanted to go to get a picture for the meme, but
you still should.
Carol Baskin.
Is it Carol Baskins that owns that one? Okay.
Yeah. Well, now she owns both of them, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That son of a bitch, Carol Baskins.
Got good. Carol Baskins killed Jeff Epstein.
I love these hot Carol Baskin steaks. Dude, I still want to open a restaurant, like an ice cream place, and call it Carol Baskin Robbins. So bad. So bad. I don't know what I'd sell, but I just want the name.
So you did go to the Big Cat Rescue?
No, I opted not to because when I looked online, it said it was temporarily closed because of the virus, and I didn't want to drive like 40 minutes if I wasn't going to be able to get a picture.
I would have just taken a picture of the sign and just left.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could get even close enough to the sign or not.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot we're all fans of the Tiger King. We actually, me and Sam, little insider scoop, as not to be confused with the downtown scoop.
No.
It's me and Sam one time we got hammered and watched Tiger King, and the next day we got hammered again and we played the "I Saw a Tiger" song. Just belting it like probably at midnight, right when we pick up the guitar every time, just waking up the entire house. Oh yeah, shit. For those that don't know, me and Sam were roommates also. Besides being best friends and bandmates, we were roommates for just about a year. Mm-hmm. And living with, I guess at the time, like 8 people in total. Is that right? I forget.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's like an Orphan Annie, but not, because we're not gingers or kids. It just feels that way because of how old the house is.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the Gingerbread Man house. Like, I don't know, said like Willy Wonka had a hand in it too. Oh
yeah, Luke, you've seen the house.
It's really weird.
Yeah,
it is really weird.
We call it home.
So I'm actually going to be back down there the end of July in Florida. I mean, hopefully,
they're going to say Kutztown.
Well, hopefully, like I don't know what's going to go on, seeing that like right now they're kind of shutting stuff down. But I plan on going back down the end of July, so maybe we'll link up and go to the Big Cat Rescue if they're still open.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that'd be great. Little bread and butter boy side what was it? Side quest.
Side quest, yes. It was exactly side mission. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That sounds awesome.
Dude, we also, when we're if I also can come down there, try to link it up around the same time. There's a place in Orlando called Super Saiyan. And as an anime fan and a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I know, Sam, you can feel the sentiment too, that's all their shit is about like Dragon Ball Z and anime stuff, and it's so cool. But apparently they also have pretty good ramen and a bowl that is freaking massive. I think they call it the Goku bowl or the Spirit Bomb bowl, and it is a big bowl of ramen. I think I might try to take that down.
Man. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. They do Korean fire noodles. They do lao kei pek, which I think is a Laotian dish, and they do pho there too, on top of doing ramen and different types of ramen.
Man, it's like they made the restaurant for us,
Yeah, I am like, oh, yeah. We gotta figure this out sometime, gentlemen. But to continue on and not get too damn hungry, because I might order Arby's again.
What do you mean might?
I mean, they close in an hour, and I'm just I'm just trying to keep my hand away from my phone. It's like, stop it.
That's fine. What do we have anything else as we wrap up here?
Yeah, I guess like a crazy thing to think too, like this little segment we want to tout out. Are you living the dream? I think, Sam, I think you epitomize that for any of my friends, like a lot of my friends now. And I hope to have all those friends and Luke and his friends that he knows too on this show that kind of talk about their stories of how they got to where they're at now. But I think you epitomize that notion of like living the dream so much because you just sought out, you had your laser focus once you graduated to get on that boat, and you're literally not even a month of graduating, you're out in sea. But has this always been like a thought for you? Like, it was actually a crazy thought that me and Luke had the other day. It was like, when we were kids, what the hell did we want to be?
Yeah, so I don't know if it stretches back that far. I just think, it was kind of an idea that subconsciously, I had from watching Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. And, just random movies where you see this, fictionalized idea of what sailing is. And eventually it kind of turned into like a real goal. But yeah, thank you, man, for saying that. It's very kind.
No, of course, dude. No, I wouldn't say it unless I meant it. I think it's fucking cool. Like as an example, like for me, I didn't think I'd be doing, well, especially this, like doing live shows and talking with people, like not even face to face anymore because it's just the way things are. I would have never thought this would happen, but like when I was a kid, I just wanted to be like the champion of the world. I love wrestling so much. I thought it was, and then as an adult, like as you would grow there, I'm like, how can you be the champion of the world? That just seems like you're a dictator. Like at that point in time. It's just so funny to see, like, to think of, like, I don't even, you said you didn't even think the same thing when you were younger, like, to be, like, you want to be a boatman.
Yeah.
Or anything. Or, like, I don't know, Luke, what did you want to be when you were younger? You always wanted to be a musician or be in marketing? Like, is that what your, to have a beard and be in marketing? Like,
so, funny enough, like, I always wanted to be a veterinarian when I was a little kid, because
get the fuck out of here.
Because I love animals, and, I actually was the kid that refused to play the recorder in 4th grade. I hated music.
Really? I only refused because I thought it was gross that we shared the recorders.
Oh, God.
So I was like, I don't want herpes because I'm in the 3rd grade and have to worry about that.
Kids and their herpes in the 3rd grade these days.
Dude, my teacher was I think Miss Shirley. Shout out Miss Shirley from Englewood.
Shirley!
I said that and she told me to get the fuck out. I was like, no, I don't want to put this. You know, I got a better idea. No, there's a remote. I don't want to put this in my mouth. Don't make me Miss Shirley. And she's like, Juan, just put the recorder in your mouth. Like, no, someone else's lips on this. Like, what's the big deal? Well, what if I get herpes? Get the fuck out. That's exactly like, that's how that exchange happened. And I love her for it.
And the older you get, the more you could like, you can like relate to those teachers now. Cause like, dude, I was such like,
I was the worst.
I was such a dick. Like, when I was a kid, like even when I was a little kid, like I was so facetious, and the shit I would say would just be to annoy a teacher. Like, so now, like when you hear about teachers like exploding, I'm just kind of like,
oh, like mentally exploding. I was like, what? Like, where are these reports of teachers like imploding?
No, like when you see like these teachers that like freak
out. Sorry, I took it way too literal. I'm sorry.
They make it on the news. I'm just kind of like, yeah,
maybe?
I mean, like, everybody's got a breaking point, and you're dealing with people's shitty kids all day. Like, I don't know why everybody's surprised.
I wouldn't be. I mean,
no one's surprised when a soldier gets shot when they're, like, on duty. Like why would you be surprised that a teacher flips the fuck out? Like,
yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm glad Miss Shirley only told me to shut the fuck up and she didn't beat the shit out of me with that recorder, is all I'm saying. I would have definitely been a lot weirder, probably. I probably wouldn't even play music.
Right.
I probably would have been like a pottery or something. Funny thing to ask. What do you think, by the way we look, what do you think we actually our actual profession should be, people and the viewers at home? Me, I think I'd be either a good Jewish uncle or maybe like baker. I don't know. That's what I look like. Oh, man. But, yeah, veterinarian, Luke, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I would never have. I would have never known. It's cool. I mean, yeah, you have dogs, but like I hadn't even thought about veterinarian at all.
Yeah, I was that kid. Like, whenever like I would go to some, like my parents would be like, "Oh, we're going to so and so's house." I'd be like, "Do they have a dog?" Like, like that's all I cared about. Like, my aunt would get really mad when I was a kid because, like they always had multiple dogs, and I would always be like, "Wait a minute, like, do you still have this dog?" And they're like, yeah, but like we're gonna be there. Like she would get really mad that like I wasn't stoked to see the family. I was just like, oh, you guys got a new dog. I can't wait to meet him.
I mean, to be fair, I feel that sentiment as an adult.
Right.
It's like, oh fuck, I gotta go to this person. Wait a minute, they still got that cool border collie? Yeah, I'll come over. I don't think I'd be friends with you guys without your dumb shit. That's right, crap. Skipper Fox isn't on the boat yet, though.
No,
Sam.
He'll be here pretty soon.
That's such a shame. Next time if we get to have you on again, we got to feature Fox too and have our first little. Well, besides Shiloh and Coy, Fox is actually Sam's dog, Luke.
Yeah, it's.
Where is he now?
He's with my mom currently, back up in New Jersey.
Okay.
I left him with her because. I thought it would be kind of too much getting settled here on the boat and trying to take care of him at the same time.
Right, trying to get trying to kind of like feel it out and how everything functions.
Yeah, but now that I'm settled, I'm ready to take him. So he'll be on the boat soon, and then I have to get him a little life jacket and stuff.
Dude, he's so funny. Yeah. The skipper.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a little Pomeranian pug mix.
Yeah, remember that dog? I put it in the group chat a while back when I was when we were hanging out. Is that really kind of like silky brown looking dog with the big eyes?
All right, you're gonna have to send pics so we can. So we can add it to this.
Or rather, Sam, it's your dog. You have pictures. I don't know why I have pictures. I don't have pictures of your dog.
Yeah.
Fuck, gentlemen, it's the fucking weekend. What are you guys up to this weekend?
I'm going down to Bluebird Distillery to try those slushy G&Ts after this. Rob Pallet is playing at Steel City right now.
Shout out Rob. Climaxers, like Florida. What else? What is Rob? Pretty much like the basis of Phoenixville. The voice of Phoenixville.
Yeah, Rob's like in every band here in Phoenixville. So
yeah. Well, shout out Rob. But yeah, getting some G&Ts, Luke.
Yeah. And some grub.
Nice. Three brothers.
I think I'm gonna do somewhere else because I had 3 brothers yesterday and the day before. I think.
I mean, what's 3 times in a row, man? That's a fucking turkey, dude.
Yeah.
Why not? What about you, Sam? What you got going on this weekend?
I may try to take this boat out, sail around Tampa Bay a little bit if the weather permits, but other than that, not much. Just probably going to watch Netflix on the TV.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff to look forward to this weekend if you're doing entertainment and stuff like that. Out. I think it literally is called Independence. I honestly don't remember the name of it, but it has Steve Carell in it. Looks pretty funny. You got the Eurovision Song Contest happening this weekend. It's a huge European song competition they have. Just check it out. Will Ferrell actually is featured in this one for America, and it is hilarious. If you guys get I think it's a 20-minute video that he made, or some crazy. It's a Netflix exclusive thing. Check out the new Eric Andre stuff. If you haven't checked any of that stuff out, I recommend that. I've been laughing so hard at all this stuff this week. He's so damn funny. That's pretty much all I'm doing this weekend. Is that maybe doing some streaming on the Switch? We'll see if I can, if I can get it working again.
Well, Saturday we're supposed to do some recording, aren't we?
Yeah. Saturday, and then I think at some point this weekend we're also trying to be a part of the Berks County open mic night. They still have slots open. They're doing a contest. All you artists out there, if you want to be part of it, we'll post a link later. And just choose your slot and do an open mic little set. You might get $25.
$25.
And man, I'll fucking take it. That's Arby's. That's Arby's money, baby.
Yeah.
That's a brisket sandwich, baby.
That's 25 tacos on Tuesday at 3 Brothers.
See, Luke, anyone could win. It'd be great. But yeah, I think we're gonna do some good. It's gonna be a good weekend, folks. The weather should be nice, permitting that the storm passes all over us. But Sam, as we're rounding this out, do you have anything else you want to shout out or anything? You want to put your social media out there at all?
Yeah, sure. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the Instagram name is SV, as in sailing vessel solar wind, all one word. So
word. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe you'll get to see Sam and his what is it, your how would you say like your marina neighbor? I don't know how to put that. Is it just neighbor? I guess.
Yeah.
Is that what it is right there at the bottom of the screen?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Hell yeah! Check out the Insta. Get to see Sam and his neighbor Bill.
Yeah.
Hanging out there on the shores. Shout out Bill.
Shout out Bill.
Yeah. And Sam, thanks again for joining us and sharing your story, man. It was really cool getting to actually learn even more, even though I talk to you every week.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so happy now to be a part of the Bread and Butter Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you in, bud.
We got you buttered up.
Yeah, we got you buttered up.
All right, well, I'm out of drink, so I'm out of time.
Yeah, I'm out of drink too.
You guys stay classy. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.
And tune again next week for Bread and Butter Boys.